Yes, welcome viewers. Delay start, 10 overs game. And from here, one team will go to the next round and one team will go to home on their own expense. Exciting game, 10 over game. So this is like T10, Vinod.
We have two teams out there, the Scorpions and the Cavaliers. The winner moves on to play US All-Stars in one of the semifinals. The other semifinals, that has already been settled, and that is California Bears, and they are coming up. They will come up against the Cinderella kids of this tournament so far, Atlanta Griffin. They have been a surprise packet.
Yes, little bit delay. The groundman is there talking to the umpire. I believe there's a landing problem after the first delivery. Steven and Shah is opener batsman for Scorpions, and Shah is bowling the first over for Cavaliers. Why they put Shah? Then they tell us we make mistake.
I think he's red.
Look the
Okay, well, Rusty ball the first one. Rusty, they're up. Hold on, I saw. Wait, hold on. I did see Rusty Theron marking his mark, but I don't know who that is.
Right-handed bowler, he bowled his delivery.
Okay, gotta be him.
Yeah, it is.
Shaw is just helping him mark stuff.
Yeah, no, Rusty bowled his delivery. Rusty Theron, I think, let's see if he's happy now. He has fixed the runway, so to speak.
Yep.
Now he can land. Let's give you some scores from the outside. The US Open started today. The Maran Patrick Academy batting first in a 12-over affair. They got 110 for 1. And TCR, they are batting at the moment. They require 64 from 4 overs. So that's going the way of the General team. And they will start for them. So Myberg is off the mark here. And Theron is bowling from the far end. 10 over fair game.
Usually Shah bowls the first over. So beg your pardon viewers, Rusty Theron is first time opening the bowling for Somerset Cavaliers in US Open.
Are you suggesting that Shah is rusty?
I made a mistake. On a scoreboard, when I joined you, it says Shah, but then we have to make a correction over there.
Our resident statistician has given me some very important information. This is why I like this guy. They call him the leg. Good delivery from my good straightening a bit and going across his stump sharp. Looking to play it on the one side. There is no run. And Stefan Myberg, holding a Dutch national, South African title. And he has the third fastest T2050 in international T20s. His half-century came of 17 deliveries. And of course, we all remember that Yuvraj Singh holds that record, just 12 balls, followed by Colin Monroe of the TKR, 14 balls. Thanks a lot, Lenny. Outside the off stump, and that goes into the glove stump. Some movement there from Theron. And the score is for me, so now it's all balls. One without loss at the moment, and in fact, that's the second run. So the Scorpions are now 2 without loss. So just to give you some information that was brought to me by Lenny as Myberg takes his strike. He's a South African by birth. Of course, he's a Dutch national now, and he holds the third highest, the third best in terms of fastest T20 half century of 17 balls. Yuvraj Singh holds the record. He got it in 12, followed by Colin Monroe in 14. Outside the off stump, a lack of pace on that one. Theron bowling to Myberg, and it goes through to the wicketkeeper. It's the end of the first over, 2 without loss. A very good first over by Theron, given the fact that this is just a 10-over affair.
Yes, very good over from Rusty Theron. He plays all over the U.S. We've seen him in 210. We've seen him in the CPL. And we are seeing him right here live, U.S. Open. U.S. Open 2018, prestige tournament, 10th anniversary. So viewers who are watching us worldwide, especially in India, subcontinent and West Indies, probably a time difference in Middle East and subcontinent. Now the game is on. So please share our page, Mac TV. We are live on Facebook. We are live on Mac TV and DR Sport.
So Najaf Shah is also doing some work to the runway on the southern end. Yes, I was suggesting early on when water seeped under the covers there at the last pitch, I was suggesting that they should just burn it off. They were actually putting a mat and looking to soak it up. Sometimes that just keeps the moisture in because of the fact that it's turf at the end of the day, and you're pushing the moisture down. It's not concrete that the moisture has nowhere to go but up. So it goes into the mat. So that's a very elementary thing there. In the Caribbean, one would have ran to the closest gas station with a container, buy $2 super. We call it super in the West Indies. And a box of match. And we were in business. Najaf Shah. It's a good delivery. Coming back into the right-hander, Shah. So Shah is bowling to his namesake, and the score is 2 without loss.
Yes, Najaf Shah, a captain of the side, Somerset Cavaliers. And Somerset Cavaliers is defending champion of this tournament. Last year they have won it. He has a lot of experience. He has won a couple of tournaments in the USA.
Two without loss. Shah continues from the southern end. He runs in and comes in on balls, and again a very good delivery by the big left-handed seamer. That one coming back into Shah, cramping him for room. He's able to get a single. You look at the back of Najaf Shah there, you can see spectators, a scattering of them. Three without loss. Lush green outfield, and the rains today would help with that. Starting to get a bit chilly on the outside. And then he will be donning his pullover very soon. It's a warm-blooded Guyanese, you know, from Perica, Wakingham, East Coast Demerara. This time, that's a lovely shot indeed. What he did there, Arana, was to pull away on the neon side to give himself room to free the levers and hit it over the infield and down to the boundary for 4.
Yes, first boundary from Scorpions. And coming out of the bat of Steven, I was talking to him in the break. He loves coming here, and he thinks this is a pure entertainment for the viewers all around the world. When I told him this is the first time the match is being live all over the world, he was surprised, and I told him to share our link as well.
So I'm sure he's going to get out pretty soon to go and share your link. Here is Shah comes in, and that's a good delivery, darting into the left hand. That's pushed away on the offside. That's a single. 8 without loss. Will the Scorpion be able to sting the Cavaliers? Cavaliers, they have some very explosive cricketers in their ranks. Andre Russell, Keena Lewis. So they're a star-studded team. Last year they won the title with Shah and Muhammad Khalil, the two men leading the fight. Here goes Shah again. He leans forward, gathers momentum. That delivery is, in fact, he's struck, caught by Andre Russell at the edge of the circle, just looking to stand and deliver, flicking it away, and he is out caught. So Shah is out of here, courtesy Najaf Shah, and the score is now 8-1. Your assessment of that dismissal?
Yes, length ball, and Big Man is a great fielder. He doesn't like to drop catches, and one of the safest hand in the field, Andre Russell. So first wicket down after 8.
Cameron Jr. is the new batsman going in. So Big Shah strikes, 8-1. If you're playing a 10-over encounter, you want guys like Andre Russell and Keena Lewis on your team. So they're very explosive batsmen indeed. Exquisite Boca, you can see on the background there. Company owned by Zishan Qureshi, the captain of the US All-Stars. Big sponsors of this tournament this time around. Zishan taking the burden off Mark a bit. It's good to see.
Khalil is coming to the ball. First time in this match, and this is different because this is just a 10-over game, so each bowler can bowl two overs. And Muhammad Khalil is an international player, played a lot of domestic cricket, and been coming in USA and playing mostly leagues and tournaments in the USA.
Khalil comes in and bowl. Myberg is going over the fielder down there. The issue there was that he couldn't reach that one. He made a valiant attempt, but the top edge found pace on that one from Muhammad Khalil, and he was looking to pull it. Came onto him quicker than he anticipated, and the fielder getting there, but not being able to hold his balance. Balance is so important, and that goes away from him. Yes, Myberg now whipping this one down the ground and into the boundary for 4.
Yes, Tahir Khan was the fielder. He flew from Pakistan like 3 days ago and plays for Pakistan International Airline. He loves coming here too. Somerset Cavaliers had a lot of superstars, and USA All-Star team started with a star as well.
This time he gets the top edge again. Let's see if this will carry all the way. In fact, it does. So Myberg is getting into his work now. He goes on to 18. The score 20-1. And it's so important to hold your catches. I know it was a difficult one, but the previous delivery, Myberg got a top edge as he did this time. The top edge was so healthy this time, it was able to go over the ropes. The previous delivery, and the fielder not being able to make his ground in time to be stable and to hold a stable base to collect that catch. He flew 3 days ago, but he didn't on that occasion. And Myberg waits again. He advances down the track, clips it away to mid-on where he gets a single. Score goes on by one shot, the fielder. 21 for 1. This is the third over in progress. So the power play, just one over after this. In fact, this is the last over of the power play. 3 overs. Very simple to work out, Rana. If 26, 10 will be 3. This delivery finds the edge of the bat, goes down to third man, and that's another run. So, score goes on to 22 for 1. What do you think is a good score in a 10 over match?
By looking at Somerset Cavalier batting lineup, 10 and over, anything above 100. But to safe side, 120 plus.
Played this very late indeed. It runs down to third man, and he comes back nicely for 2s. So, Myberg takes the score on to 24 for 1. He's leading a lone hand. He's on 21 of that. It's the end of the third over.
Yes, end of the third over, end of the power play. 24 for 1. And they could have been 24 for 2 if Tahir Khan wouldn't drop the catch. But a great batting from Steven, showing his class over here. Made 21 runs just facing a 10 ball. And Kamran Sheikh Jr. is coming. Haven't scored run yet, but faced 1 ball. So run rate, we know, is healthy. 8 running over. Khalil was a bit expensive in his first over, went for 15.
What if it's healthy for a 10 over game? That's another discussion. Scorpions 24 for 1. Cameron Jr. would not have too much time to get going. Saidi around the wicket, bowls a good delivery, comes it on with the arm, and
Asher
Cameron
Zadi.
Jr. gets a single. 25 for 1. This is over number 4.
Asher Zadi is an international player. He lives in England, from Essex. And he been around. He played BPL, he played PSL, and also in a Hong Kong league. This is his first time coming to US Open. He was surprised to see a lot of cricket over here. Setting up his own fielding. A good change from Najib Shah to bring the spinner after the power play.
Is Myberg down the track, and that is muscled away down too long for a single. He's looking to get on with things with only 10 overs available to him. He has faced just 11 for his 22, so that's excellent. That's a strike rate of 200.
Yes, very healthy strike rate. A dot ball from Asher Zadi. He's showing he's putting all his experience for this game. Scorpion versus Somerset Cavaliers. A better looking shot, just for 1 run. Wanted a second one, but Steven told him no. And a good throw from Andre Russell. So far so good in this over, we know just a 3 run out of the 4 ball.
Saidi is bowling tidy. He's one of those stingy bowlers. Reminds me a lot of you, Rana. Not the bowling part. This time, this is cut over point. It's running away down to the sweeper's position and the boundary, and they're back for 2. 29 for 1.
Yes, 29 for 1. I think 1 and 2 is not going to hurt Somerset Cavaliers.
Definitely not. You know, you keep the strike, rotating, and you look for the bad balls. If they could get the singles, turn ones into twos, the bad balls will come, and Myburg has the ability to put it away.
After 4 over, 29 for 1. Here's Steven on 25. Kamran Jr. on 2, facing the 4 ball. And dear viewers who are joining us just now, this is just a 10 over game because it's been raining on Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And US Open T20 2018, bringing you all this live coverage. Thanks to our cameraman Tahseen Ahmed and Rashid, Mr. Asami, Mr. Nigel, and all the other cameramans. The whole media team are doing a great job. And we are looking at Vinod over here after 4 over for 30 runs. What's your analyzing on that? Another bowling change. Tahir Khan is coming to ball. Tahir Khan plays a lot of domestic cricket. Full toss, but the fielder is there on the leg side, just for 1 run. $31 for 1.
$31 for 1. Myburg is on 26 and Cameron Jr. is on 2. This is over number 5, half of the allocation given for this encounter.
It was a white ball. So first.
Myburg goes down the ground, luckily for him. He didn't time that as well. Had he done that, he could have well found himself in problems. 34 for 1. And keeping things reasonable here, the Cavaliers. Myburg trying to break loose. Here is Cameron. He's looking to get a single. There's a stutter. He starts, stops, and then gets home. But he's doing the right thing. He's looking to get Myburg on the strike. Myburg could thump the ball.
Good over so far from Tahir Khan. Just giving 5 runs after delivering 3 balls. But a good shot, but the protection was there. It's going to be just 1 run. Actually, they run for very hard. That's a good running between the wickets. So beg your pardon, 2 runs. 37 for 1. Steven is facing Tahir Khan.
Let's see what he does here. Another top edge. He seems to have a big top edge on that bat. And he is on his way. So, Myburg tried. But he has to leave the arena for 29 of 16 deliveries. And the score now 37 for 2. And that's a big breakthrough there, Rana.
Yes, dangerous batsman is gone now, making 29 of 16. And a good breakthrough from Tahir Khan. Najaf Shah is commanding the troops well over here. And a good control on this match from Cavaliers. 37 for 2. If I'm not mistaken, Mohammad Khalil had catched this ball. Johan is a new batsman.
And here comes Johan. Let's see. Needs to continue the good form that he has had so far in this tournament. Of course, he's coming off the back of a century. .37 for 2. This one on the legs of Junior. And just clips it around the corner for 1. So they need to go berserk in the last 5 overs or so. 38 for 2 after 5.
Half of the inning is gone already after 5 overs. 38 for 2. A good over from Tahir Khan. Just giving 8 runs and removing the dangerous man, Steven, who was cruising on one stage. We have to see and watch from here the next 5 over Vinod. Where do you see a score from here?
I think they'll do well over the next 5 overs or so to get up there around 80. It's possible. It's not impossible. They have 8 wickets in hand. But Cameron, let's see. He's a big guy.
A good shot. Asher Zaid is to continue.
Misfield there, and they're going to go back for 2. .40 for 2. Bidsa Insurance Finder in the back, another sponsor. This time it's a lot of people like before. That might have been missing the leg stump. It was turning in very sharply. And not out says the umpire. So Zaidi can't make the breakthrough then for his team. Johan is yet to score. Cavaliers, they're bowling well. They're keeping it very tight.
Yes, a tight bowling from Zadi and Cavaliers.
Another good delivery coming on with the arm. And just seeping under the bat. Luckily for him, it went down to a short fine leg and not crashing into the stumps.
Asher Zadi keeping the line and length tight. And you can see he's drawing the ball with his shirt. A good shot with protection over there towards the long on. Tidy over from Asher Shah.
Tidy so far. 2 deliveries to go in the 6th over, and then there'll be a change in the commentary position with Shah Faisal coming in, your very good friend Ahmed, and he is going to replace you. Not that he could ever replace you. He will try at least. Inside edge down to the long leg boundary for 4. And the score goes on by 4 now to 47 for 2. And with 1 ball to go in this over still.
Yeah, Shah has just got in the commentary box and bring the luck for Scorpions. And boundary came after a long time, you know.
Yes. How do you see this game going? You seem to see things.
I think Somerset Cavaliers look is out.
Yes, he was bold. I was waiting for you to see that.
Yes.
47 for 3. The 3rd wicket goes, and Johan, who never showed an intention of permanence, is leaving the arena. And that's the end of over number 6. So Cameron Jr. is still there. He's on 7 of 9. Johan leaves for 1. We're going to have a change in the commentary position now with Lenny and Shah Faisal both coming in to take us to over number 10.
Thank you very much, Vinod and Rana. Finally, we got some cricket after a long wait and a rain delay. It's been quite quite keenly contested so far, but being a 10-over contest, I think we can safely say that the Cavaliers have their noses in front after 6 overs. Welcome to Lenny in the Combox.
Thank you, Faisal. And if T20 cricket was always unpredictable, you can imagine what happens when it's 60 balls aside. Ball taken on the pad here as goes bouncing out towards the offside. They go through for a leg by. Every single run will count. And we are in the 8th over. In fact, we are in the 7th over, sorry. And it's 47 for 3.
Yep, and Tahir Khan is in the attack from the northern end. This is his 2nd over. He's already provided a breakthrough. As Pavan is on strike now, facing up to Tahir. Slightly down the leg side. We'll have to wait for the umpire's signal. It's been given as a run.
Yeah, the umpires are Vijay Malela, one of the top umpires here, and also Aditya Gajar. Two serious umpire out in the middle. Ball getting on the edge and going straight into the hands of Andre Russell. And that's the end of another wicket here. It's 49 for 4.
Yeah, good bowling from Tahir Khan, and Andre Russell could not wish to have an easier catch than that. Big buckets, and the wickets are tumbling here. Smiles on the faces of the Cavaliers players. Tahir Khan has got his 2nd wicket of the night. 49 for 4, and it seems like the inning is going nowhere as Kamran Jr. takes the long walk back. 7 of 11 deliveries.
Yeah, they're beginning to lose wicket here. There's certainly their star batsman Stefan Myberg, who certainly factors among the fastest T20 international 50 and 17 balls. He tried, but couldn't get going today. And now they're struggling here at 49 for 4 still 21 balls remaining.
Yes, indeed, with the rain-shortened game, everything was happening too quickly at the beginning. Myberg went off the blocks quite quickly, but couldn't maintain the tempo. And you have to say the catching of the Cavaliers have been very good. Under difficult conditions, they've caught their catches, and they're well in front right now.
So another ball in the air going up to long on. In fact, Rusty Tehran, he comes around. A well-judged catch. And now it's 49 for 5. Consecutive wickets here of the bowling of the spinner.
Tahir Khan is on fire tonight, but more so the fielding of the Cavaliers with wet ball, damp outfield. They've caught their catches. It went miles in the air, and Rusty Tehran steadied himself underneath the ball into a good position. In the end, had to stretch a little bit to his right, but caught it safely. The good catching and excellent bowling has put the Cavaliers right in front, as Tahir Khan has now got 3 wickets in his 1.9 overs. 49 for 5, Scorpions.
Yes, Faisal, you did make mention of the catching by the Cavaliers team. It's always a little bit of challenge for sometimes the fielder to catch in the night here. It's been overcast in the evening, and the lights, of course, coming on a little bit early. Let's take a look at that again. And Rusty Tehran keeping his eyes on the ball, hands in good position, and he held on to the 5th wicket here. It's 49 for 5.
An uphill task now for the remaining Scorpions batsmen. The cream of their batting is back in the hutch already. Cavaliers bowlers and fielders have got a strong stranglehold, but a little bit of shoddiness in the field. It's cost him 2 runs, or is it? No! There's a run out here, and as they say, you never run off a misfield. This time it was an overthrow which they tried to attempt, but the fielder recovered really quickly and sent in a good return to Tahir Khan just by the stumps, and Tahir Khan has took no time to remove Pawan. That's another breakthrough. And how many? 3 wickets in this over, Lenny? The innings have gone pear-shaped now for Scorpions.
Certainly, they're batting at 50 for 6. And a couple of wickets for Tahir Khan. One run out, a team wicket. And so that's the end of another wicket to fall here. So they're on the ropes here. And I got to say the Somerset Cavaliers might have benefited from an earlier toss, in which the toss was tossed in perfect conditions for cricket. And that toss was retained while the match got delayed by several hours. So what a toss to win and keep.
Yeah, that's a wonderful point you make, Lenny, because the decision they made at the beginning to put Scorpions in, at that time it was a 20-over game. And even then, we were talking to this Cavaliers captain, and he said he had in mind that it's going to rain. And second time around, it's easier to plan your innings. But it turned out even better because the game never started. So a wonderful toss to win. Luck of the coin went in the favor of Cavaliers. But you can take nothing away from what they've showed us in the field and with the ball.
So the score is 50 for 6. Pawan Kahar and Anis Davids out in the middle. And we've seen 7 overs completed already here. Faisal, Somerset Cavaliers playing like a champion, and they haven't looked any less sharper than last year as their good form continues.
Absolutely right, Lenny. And Scorpions have been stung badly, and they're still suffering from that with only 3 overs to go. And the quality of the bowling of the Cavaliers, that to come 3 overs. Najaf is coming back for his second over, and Andre Russell has yet to bowl in this innings, and they've reduced Scorpions to 50 for 6 without his contribution.
Yes, certainly we've seen Russell, such a talented cricketer, but certainly not being used too much, and that is because the likes of Najaf Shah, Mohammed Khalil, Tahir, and Zaidi has taken their fair share of the bowling burden. So Russell can be relieved. A little ball flicked in the air. Fielder comes and gets a bit of play. Ball does not go to hand. The umpire's hands are up and is gone for 6. So a good looking shot here in the end from the bat of Pawan Kahar. He picks up 6. Is 56 for 6.
He hardly seemed to have hit it. Just the flick of the wrist, the flick of bottom hand, get the elevation over the diving Tahir Khan, just over the rope, and a much needed boundary 6 for the Scorpions, and they seem to be breaking the shackles now.
That's a good looking shot from Pawan Kahar. He goes up to 8. And Shaw gets another good ball in, and just coming back to the bowling attack here of Somerset Cavaliers, and that's the strength of their bowling attack when you're not using Russell in a full spell. I mean, the other night we saw Russell bowl. He went for quite a few, but they still won handsomely. So it's the power strength of the Somerset Cavaliers team again this year.
Yeah, the strength and the depth they have in their bowling lineup is quite evident to see. And Tahir Khan, who went for plenty the other night, he came to the party tonight and took 3 wickets. As we watch Najaf.
So ball, could it go to hand? It falls in front of Tahir Khan. But good intent shown here by Pawan Kahar. He goes up to 10.
Yeah, you say the right word, Lenny. Good intent, because that's what they desperately need. And because it's a no-card game, it's a shortened game, you never know. Any target can be tricky. If you get a couple early wickets and set the cat among the pigeons of the opposition.
Yes, and certainly you've got to say the conditions are not what it used to be earlier on in the day. We've had a rain for like 2 or 3 hours, and then some mopping up work by the groundsmen. So you can imagine that the outfield is still a little bit damp. And the groundsman has done a lot of work to get things going here. So ball tugged into the onside again. Russell is there. The batsman crosses for 1. 59 for 6. Kahar is giving this game a good showing so far. Very productive. 5 ball 10.
He's provided a little bit of impetus in this over. 59 for 6 with only 14 balls to go. Scorpions could do well by getting up to a target of anything above 80 from the position they were in. Only time will tell if it will be enough, but it would still be regarded as good effort for the lower order batsman.
So ball played up towards the offside. They're running quickly. Will certainly stay for one. They've lost a lot of wickets, so very good call by staying for one. So some 13 balls remaining, 60 for 6.
I wonder if the top guns, the Myberg brothers, would, even though it's a 10-over game, but still watch 13 balls to go and you lower order batting, sometimes they may think that they had more time than they thought and went too hard too early.
So Najaf Shah, if he wins this year, it'll be the third victory for a team in the US Open. Won 1 year with US All-Stars. Won last year with Somerset Cavaliers. And the way things have gone here for Cavaliers, a very good series for them up until this point.
60 for 6 after 8. Anis was looking for the big swing, ran to the car corner, cleared his front leg, but the left arm angle took the ball away from him. Never got anywhere close to that. And a good over under the circumstances by Najaf. His spell is ended for the day. Two overs, 1 for 16.
Yeah, they're fast bowling. Yeah, the fast bowling repertoire of Somerset Cavaliers is not in need at all. Rusty Tehran, Najaf Shah, and Mohammed Khalil. As a captain, Shah, if you were captaining the Somerset Cavalier team, you can literally throw the new ball to any of the three, and they'll give you a superb display on their day.
Absolutely, and you throw in the mix the quality spinners as well, the way the trend is these days with spins starting the innings. So it makes captaining a lot easier when you have that kind of resources at your disposal.
So Rusty Tehran, 6 tests, 65 international and 40 T20 international. Very experienced player, and he plies his trade in the US these days. Ball played up towards the offside. They're running quickly, as you can imagine. And that'll take the score up to 61 for 6. 11 balls remaining.
Khalil stayed at the back, just at the edge of the circle, which shows that the Cavaliers don't mind singles at this stage.
Yeah, Shaw, if you're bowling in the death here and 10 balls remaining and you're not going across the ropes or you're not going over the ropes, you're bowling well.
Yeah, you're right, Lenny. And as you said, Tehran he's very experienced. He's played in different leagues around the world, besides playing for South Africa. He knows what he's doing.
So Cavaliers have brought the big guns out this year already. A win in the bag last year. Oh, cut away nicely. That's a lovely shot. And it goes away for 4. Much needed boundary. 65 for 6.
Good improvisation from Anis. He just backed away from his stumps. It was Pawan, beg your pardon. He's created his own room and just played it very, very late. And away from the third man fielder, Tahir Khan was inside the ring on short third man. As you said, a much needed boundary. 65 for 6 after 8.2.
Yeah, Pawan Kahar is playing a good knock here, considering what has really happened. They have lost quite a few wickets, and he has come in here and he has held his own. He is going to every ball. He works out to every ball that he faces. He has scored a couple of runs, and he has been quite cavalier. 65 for 6. We've got 10 balls remaining, and the former South African international runs in. Oh, that's the ball of the series. A good ball to bowl in conditions in which batsmen are looking to swing for the fences.
Yeah, typical response by the fast bowler. Doesn't matter if it's a 20-over game or a 10-over game. He didn't like being hit for 4 by a late-order batsman. Just clearly want to let him know who's the boss here.
So 9 balls remaining. They're batting a 65 for 6. If you're watching the feed, this is a 60 ball aside game. A game reduced to 10 overs aside. Ball cut away. Russell is there. They'll scamper through for 1.
All 6s on the scoreboard. 66 for 6. And Pawan needs to try his best to give a grandstand finish in the remaining 8 deliveries, because his contribution has been very important so far, but a few big blows can keep his team in the hunt.
So they'll run through for one. The keeper comes up quickly, misses the stumps. In fact, yeah, he missed the stumps. And it's 67 for 6.
A good slow delivery from Rusty Terron. Judge the intentions of the batsman, who's backing away looking for some pace. Almost got through his defenses. Toe end of the bat. The non-striker responded quick enough to get home safely. 67 for 6 now. Only 7 balls left. What do you think, Lenny? What can be a good target in 10 overs?
Well, the good target seems out of the possibility here. Cut away. Tahir Khan accepts a well-judged catch. And that's the end of Pawan Kahar for 15, 67 for 7.
Excellent bowling from Taron and good fielding once again from the Cavaliers. Tahir Khan judged that very, very nicely. It was a high ball once again. Just positioned himself. Had plenty of time to do that. And pouched it very, very safely. Pretty close to the fence. Turned around and had a look, but he was well placed inside the rope. And Pawan's little cameo has come to an end. 67 for 7 now with only 6 balls. And Scorpions are looking down the barrel here.
Well, they've got to go for every shot that they can possibly swing at. So there's no fault in blaming any of the batsmen to get out. That's part of the risk here.
Yeah, you're right about that, Lenny. But Pawan tried his best. He went for the big one, even the delivery that he got out to. But no, he perished in the cause. Raheel is the new one. He's joined Anis now. They crossed over, so Raheel is on strike. And Khalil has been given the responsibility for the last over.
Oh, that's a good shot. Straight into the hands of Rusty Terron. And another wicket goes down here. 67 for 8.
Once again, yet another catch by the Cavaliers. Went for the cute little ramp, Raheel, but Khalil judged the plot. It was slow delivery, not much pace on the ball. And Cavaliers have caught their catches. Good display in the field. And Scorpions are stung at 67 for 8.
So Khalil picks up his first wicket, but there we go, straight into the hands of Rusty Terron. And you've got to say good captaincy, good field placing. Super perfect. So Khalil continues. New batsman is Cameron Sheikh Senior. And he gets going straight away, a single. Not really a threat here to Cavaliers. They'll be happy with the ball playing into the interiors and not crossing the ropes.
Absolutely. And Lenny, to your earlier point, it seems a very, very easy game when all your plans work and the execution is good. But on days like this, when it works, it feels really, really good and satisfying.
Yeah, their catching has been good. Tahir Khan! Commentators curse perhaps and may have gone for 6. In fact, 4. So he's gone for 4. And a missed opportunity there from Tahir Khan. 68 for 8.
We did it again, Lenny. Put the bonkers on them. Commentators curse, praising how they've took all their catches. And it burst through the hands of Tahir Khan. I think it hit the rope on the full. He was furious with himself. He didn't want to be part of that on a night where the fielding display has been very good. He got very disappointed. But on the other end, Kamran Senior and Anis wouldn't mind those extra runs. They're into the 70s now with only 3 balls to go. 72 for 8.
So Khalil possibly denied for his second wicket, but in context of what has happened, he still has bowled well. Ball chopped into the offside. It could come back for a couple of runs. And certainly every run will count here. They go up to 72 for 8. In fact, make that 74 for 8. As Cameron Sheikh Sr. and Anis Davids. They're battling here against Somerset Cavaliers.
22 Khalil has gone for in his 10 deliveries tonight for 1 wicket. He was taken to cleaners by Myberg earlier in the piece.
So ball hammered down the onside again, and Faisal later on coming up in one of semi-final time. And California Bears will be taking on
the US All-Stars?
I think that
Atlanta Griffins. I beg your pardon.
I think if I'm reading it correctly, they're taking on the winner here. But we'll confirm that as the keeper gets onto the ball now. They're gonna come back for 2. Could be 2 byes. We'll wait and see. Byes is the call, so 77 for 8.
Bit of a messy finish to the innings as Khalil tried to back up the wicket keeper from the striker's end, and the wicket keeper threw at the non-striker's end. Nobody backing up. So 2 runs to finish the innings. 77 for 8. Scorpions could muster at the required rate for the Cavaliers. It's going to be 7.72. Anis finished with 11. And at this stage, Cavaliers would be delighted with their night's work so far in a reduced over game. They turned up on the button and they've done their skills, and their plans were executed perfectly. Scorpions, after a blistering start, found hard to keep up the momentum for the entire 10 overs. Results in a modest 77 of 8. Anis tried at the end, but he made 11 of 8 deliveries. As we watch the music being played here, and the festivities and the razzmatazz continue. Little bit spoilers by the rain, but everything is back in normal order now, and some more exciting cricket coming our way. We will have no further interruptions from rain. We probably have a lot more coming tonight as well, not only just in cricket, but some entertainment and music as well.
Yes, Shaw. It doesn't look like any threat of rain. And the fact that this is a lighted facility, so darkness is not a problem at all. The organizer may just have to ask the officials here at the county to maybe extend the hours of when the light goes off. And I think that's pretty much in order. But that's what's happening here. A lot of fun. It's a frolic event. Not only cricket, but like you mentioned, the girls are out and dancing again. And the mascot is there, our good friend. He was in the comm box yesterday with costume off. And we had a good chance to see who he or she really is. So we can't let that out of the bag, whether it's a girl or a boy. That's for our little secret there. But he's in the thick of things. He seems to be enjoying those moments. He's not a big cricket fan, as he admitted. So that's where you'll find him. And he's doing a splendid job. Although I've been told he hasn't rehearsed with the girls. But you wouldn't know that because he seems pretty much in sync.
Yeah, he does. And talking of sterling job, we all have to thank the ground staff as well. They did a sterling job after all the rain. They're the ones who made this possible for us to enjoy the rest of the evening of entertainment in cricket. And that comes with the music and festivity, as Lenny was saying.